Bible says that the dark can't comprehend the light. They want to calculate our moves. It's out of your comprehension. You ain't reached that level of thought.
Purchase your tracks today.
The steps of the righteous are ordered. New breed. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I bet these crafty little fakes can't keep it real like us. Put the pressure on them, trust they gon' spill they guts. If you listen close enough, they just talk too much. I see through them, they humility shot. Yeah, we all fall short, but they ruling us out. Bunch of hypocrite liars posting sheep with no spots. I can feel the church shaking, I want out of this box. I have no elders, pastors, preachers, or deacons. Respect me as an equal or toss yourself off the deep end. This game of thrones with the swords, y'all ain't preaching. We sharper than you think and lose your fingers if you reaching. Greed to egregious, don't need your agreements. Caught on running plays, interference. That's what cowards like you gotta do for attention. Spineless weak devils gonna find out who the real is, huh? I'm in everybody mentions. Everybody outraged, yet I'm feeling gifted. I'm in everybody mentions. Everybody outraged, yet I'm feeling gifted. They say that I'm a bad guy, they label me a villain. They say that I'm a bad guy, they label me a villain. At least I'm not a grifter. You ragtag misfits can never pique our interest. They can never. Hey, them boys though, I think they just too far gone. A trained mercenary and them haters all talk. They got no bite, yeah, them bammers all bark. Wizard of Oz, 10 man, you got no heart. Swimming with the fishes cause they dived in with no sharks. If you been double crossed, it wasn't your loss. With God elevate, let no man separate. Keep your eyes on the prize, watch them foes get devastated. Yeah, now I'm in everybody mentions. Everybody outraged, yet I'm feeling gifted. I'm in everybody mentions. Everybody outraged, yet I'm feeling gifted. They say that I'm a bad guy, they label me a villain. They say that I'm a bad guy, they label me a villain. At least I'm not a grifter. You ragtag misfits can never pique our interest. Yeah, they got me feeling like the golden child. My enemies got no morale. My bars hit like a 40 cal. All combined can't hold me down. In shallow waters they gonna drown. This wordplay got 100 rounds. Respond to who? Gotta dumb it down. Stand tall and look low. This game of life is cutthroat. Above the rim got big smoke. I'm boogaloo, you nutso. Got real ones in the clutch though. Rapid fire like drum rolls. They giving up their own souls just to have some fake views. Clickbait, fake news. Them weirdos really hate you cause you about to have a breakthrough. Them scavengers wanna make do off your blessings on sound bites. Confiscate your birthright and regulate your inner light. Just keep fighting a good fight and turn to God for your insights. I'm in everybody mentions. Everybody outraged, yet I'm feeling gifted. I'm in everybody mentions. Everybody outraged, yet I'm feeling gifted. They say that I'm a bad guy, they label me a villain. They say that I'm a bad guy, they label me a villain. At least I'm not a grifter. You ragtag misfits can never pique our interest.
Purchase your tracks today.
What's good, everybody? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Everybody mentions. Everybody outraged, yet I'm feeling gifted. They say that I'm a bad guy. They say that I'm a villain, huh? What's good, everybody? I see Sim Escobar in the building. Justine, great filibuster, all for peace. 3, yeah. Kenton Divine, what is up? What is up? Look, y'all pound the like button on your way in. Show some support for the broadcast. You know, it's about that time that I give y'all a lesson on semen retention. That's right. This is one of those OG topics right here. And it's more than needed. Man, these YouTube streets is wild. Buddy over there tweaking, y'all. Buddy is tweaking. I'm telling y'all right now. Listen, I'm going to say this off the break. Every man should practice semen retention as some portion of his life. For some time frame, every man, young, old, married, or unmarried, should practice semen retention in their life. This is a fact. Now, I'm going to get into some details here because y'all got to be careful listening to some of these messages that y'all be hearing coming from these people. They don't know what they're talking about. Totally uneducated of the entire matter. Um, and they're trying to lead you down a dark, dark path. Now, I'm looking at this video over here, and it's called Semen Retention is Spiritual Detention and a Religious Scam. Listen, brothers and sisters. It's so much wrong with just the title, right? First of all, everybody who practice semen retention aren't even religious. You know, it's dumb. Secondly, how can semen retention be a scam when you can't bottle it up and sell it? You can't swindle somebody using it. That's just like saying, let me give you an example. If I say intermittent fasting is a scam, do you know how stupid that sounds? That's just how stupid he sounds saying semen retention is a scam. If I say to you, intermittent fasting has a plethora of health benefits, and I list off these benefits that semen retention or fasting with semen retention has its benefits too. We'll get to that. And I'm listing these benefits. How could it be a scam, ladies and gentlemen? How? It makes absolutely no sense. I'm telling you, these boys is throwed out here. They throwed. But let's go into some of this video, and I'm going to chime in. I want you to listen to what he's saying. And I want you to consider how foolish it is. And I'm going to also go into some scriptures. I'm going to go into some sources. Science, data, analytics, all of it. Let's go.
It's a message that's targeted. Let's get to work. So, Mark the Messenger posted a video, and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it because it's very misleading, and it's time somebody speak the truth. A lot of you younger brothers are being targeted with this teaching called semen retention.
He says younger brothers are being targeted with this teaching called semen retention. As I said before, semen retention is for younger and older men, married and unmarried. All right. It's quite interesting that he manipulates and uses scripture in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, but he missed a lot of what that chapter says. And we're going to go there as well. But listen to this, y'all. Just listen.
It's a scam.
It's a scam. He's saying semen retention is a scam, ladies and gentlemen. Semen retention is a scam. Let me see. Let me do this person a favor. Daisy, the outcast gamer. I don't know what you talking about. Let's just go ahead and get that person on up out of here. No distractions. Got me fucked up. We don't do distractions. Let's go.
It's a message that's targeted a lot of young teenage men, a lot of young boys. This is a very satanic message, and I got to expose and talk about this.
This man just said semen retention is a satanic message. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a damn anomaly. Let me ask y'all a question, a serious question. When y'all over there listening to this filth, right? Are you actually listening to what he's saying? Do you know that's just like me saying intermittent fasting is a scam? So let me get this right. Is the corn industry a scam? You know, it's so much wrong with what he's saying. He's talking about people targeting the youth not to beat their drum, y'all. To go outside, play ball, do something active, make something of themselves. But he's not saying that the corn industry that allows these apps to be easily accessible to every person who has a phone, he's not saying that they're targeting the youth. No, no, no. The bad guys are those who are warning you and warning the youth how it could be detrimental to them. Those are the bad guys, not the corn industry, not the adult entertainment industry. I mean, just listen. All right, let's go. Let's go.
A lot of times you'll hear YouTubers say, you know, you got to practice semen retention because it helps you to overcome watching porn, illicit masturbation. If you notice this, they never have anything to say about women.
So now what he's trying to do is he's trying to allude to any brother who's telling brothers not to watch corn, not to beat the drum, is somehow telling these young men not to have women, not to have wives, not to have, to be, fruitful and multiply and procreate. When on the contrary, right? On the contrary, a lot of the times what's stopping young men and even men of age from attracting a suitable mate is the fact that they have these insatiable lusts that plague them. It makes them socially awkward. They start this habit when they're very, very young and they cannot stop doing it. And it pretty much makes them incels and they're unable to attract a suitable partner. So with men who speak against corn, masturbation, and those things are actually doing is trying to help those guys to conquer those bad habits, overcome those obstacles in order so they can find a wife. Man, the Bible says, woe unto those who call good evil and evil good. This man is demonic. Truly, this is truly demonic teaching. And this is everything in reverse. Let's go.
Hello? Everything is focused on you. So what about the ladies? There's no message for them, right? Because semen...
Women can stop watching corn and masturbating as well. A lot of women actually learn off of semen retention videos as well because they struggle. It's just not called semen retention because we haven't created a name that's stuck for the ladies. But women also deal with this malevolent force that they battle with and struggle with. And these videos can help. So what is this guy even talking about? He's trying to make it seem like every guy who speak on this is just excluding women. It's foolish. Let's go.
Retention is a scam. So let me explain something. I'm gonna keep it buck now. I'm gonna keep it raw.
Y'all, how much does semen retention cost? He says it's a scam. How many people have you seen bottle up semen retention and sell it online? How many people have you seen have a 1-800 number and you can hit that 1-800 number, call, and order some semen retention? It doesn't exist, right? Semen retention is totally free. How can something that is self-discipline be a scam? Me motivating you to discipline yourself in any. So I guess a personal trainer. I guess a personal trainer that helps people, you know, lose weight. I guess that's a scam. A nutritionist is a scam. So basically, if you're a person who is addicted to eating food and somebody gives you a proper nutritional diet or tells you that fasting will help you, they're scamming you. I mean, do y'all hear what this man is saying? Are you listening? Let's go.
So when you watch the content, understand that when you listen to me, I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to mislead you. I'm not here to try to deceive you with a message in hopes to make you view or subscribe. I'm trying to give you the real so you can understand.
He wants you to feel comfortable beating your drum. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Let's go.
When you're a teenager, as a young male, and you start going through puberty, you start learning about your manhood, yourself. You start noticing the girls, right? You're going to get these thoughts. You're going to get these desires. Those desires and thoughts is normal. What religion does is religion suppress your masculine energy, and it makes you feel guilty for being a man.
Yo, this is one thing about some of these YouTubers. They pull a lot of straw man arguments. They'll reach and pull truth from certain directions, but they'll try to make it fit all. It's dumb what he's talking about. He's talking about how in the churches they tell you if you look upon a woman with lust, you have already sinned in your heart. When we understand that it is natural for a man to look at a woman and desire a woman, but this man trying to correlate this to semen retention is not a connection. This no way, shape, or form demonizes any brother at any point of time in his life practicing abstaining. Anyway, let's go.
You get this in the Christian church. They'll tell you stuff like, if you look at a woman and you lust,
He went there.
You're in sin. That don't make no sense.
He's predictable. It's a lame argument. That has nothing to do with the corn industry that's making multi-billion dollars yearly, targeting youth, young men who should be playing football, who should be playing basketball, who should be lifting weights, who should be starting businesses, who should be elevating, when they trapped in their houses in the basement all day beating the damn drum. You cannot connect the two. Let's go.
I'm supposed to look at women. I'm a man. So what you end up doing is, anytime you see a woman you like, you get nervous and scared, and you feel.
When you beat the drum, you get nervous and scared. Young men who practice semen retention typically have way more charisma around women. That's the crazy part about what he's saying. He's blaming the church for these socially awkward young men, or young men who have a difficult time building, relationship with women and things like that. He's blaming the churches. These young men ain't even really going to church no more. What the hell are you even talking about? Like, you are burnt out, Slim. Like, you need to take a break, sir. Nobody's sitting up in these churches like that. This is not your generation, my guy. What are you talking about? If anything, it's the corn that's brainwashing these young men, and they're unable to get with a woman in real life, because what's done in the dark will show in the light. And if you are constantly, practicing these perversions, then when you get around a woman, women can actually feel when there's a perverted spirit on you, like, hey, something ain't right. They get the heebie jeebies when they get close. When you are actually abstaining, a woman would naturally gravitate towards you because you gain an aurora. You gain a certain energy that actually attracts young ladies. This man knows nothing about what he's talking about. Anybody listening to this, I just don't know what to tell you. Let's go.
Feel like you're in sin. So now you feel like just the thought of looking at a woman is evil. So you grow up as a man, weak, timid, scared to even approach a woman. And what that does, it puts you in a prison.
He's describing himself growing up. I can tell you right now, this is projection 101. He is literally describing his upbringing. Whatever church that he was going to, they put fear in his heart where he couldn't look at a woman, and, for whatever reason, the church had him afraid. Literally. I'm reading this guy for filth, and he's trying to project that demonic fear on y'all, and that's not even the case. Semen retention is life, and every man should practice it at some point in time. And we'll get into that, but let's go.
And mentally, where because you're unable to attract a woman or approach a woman out of fear, in order to cope with this dilemma and the lack thereof and the desires that you have, you channel that energy into habitual masturbation. This is where the corn addiction comes from. It comes from society.
That's where the corn addiction come from. It don't come from all the advertisements you see everywhere. It don't come from all the half nudity you see on TV. It don't come from the algorithms that consistently perpetuate naked women. America's love for nakedness. No, it's the church. It's religious people. This is insane. Anyway, let's go.
Making you feel guilty of talking to women. And what semen retention does, it makes you feel as if though, as long as you're abstaining from watching porn or from masturbating, that somehow you're strengthening yourself as a man. Not realizing that you can do all of that and still end up in a bad situation where you're just sleeping around with women, getting them pregnant. So
now that part is somewhat true. And this is what I talk about straw man arguments. One thing that I used to always teach about semen retention is understanding the power that comes with it, knowing that you're going to attract various women. And you got some guys who are already wicked, who have ulterior motives, and they learn that semen retention builds superpowers and they use it to whoremonger. This is a fact. And you will go wrong and you will put yourself in a bad situation if you do that, right? That's a fact. Now I'm going to go back a little bit and show you where he went wrong.
How you're strengthening yourself as a man.
That's where he went wrong. Because in fact, you are strengthening yourself as a man. You're becoming more disciplined. There's all kind of benefits to semen retention in itself. So you can't sit up here and demonize the act of semen retention. There's literally scientific details that we can go to. Matter of fact, the MFS fertility blogs, male fertility and sexual medicine specialists, they do actual tests on men. And we'll go into some of the things that they've came up with. But let me play this a little bit longer.
Not realizing that you can do all of that and still end up in a bad situation where you're just sleeping around with women, getting them pregnant. So what did the semen retention really do for you? Semen retention is detention. Semen retention is not in the Bible. Do you understand that? None of the prophets told you to do.
Lies, lies, lies. Now, notice he says semen retention is not in the Bible. Show me in the Bible where it tells you to masturbate. Oh man, there's all kind of scriptures coming to mind, but I'm going to go to one to start off. And this is even speaking of people who are married. You can even practice semen retention while being married. Hold on, let me pull this up. One moment. 1 Corinthians 7 and 8. And I say therefore, to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. If they abide even as I. If they abide even as I. Was Paul married? No. Paul practiced abstinence. Paul practiced celibacy. Paul wasn't out here, doing any of that stuff. So what is he even talking about? That's just one, but we'll get there. Let's go.
Do this. The Messiah never told you to do this. None of the disciples taught semen retention. It is a doctrine from the devil, because a man is supposed to release his seed in a woman. But as men, we're not being taught any of this. The devil is teaching you semen retention because the devil don't want you to be fruitful and multiply.
Now, not once is he condemning corn here. He's not condemning any of that, right? Just to be clear. Now, he says that semen retention is not in the Bible. Notice, and I want y'all to notice, he's going to go to this very same chapter that I'm going to in 1 Corinthians. And he's going to go to the verse where it says, it is better to marry than to burn. But he forgets 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 5, where it says, defraud ye not one the other, except it be for consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting, prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. Now, what does that word incontinency mean? Now, remember, this is talking about a married couple. Now, Paul is speaking by permission, not commandment. So how can this man use one scripture to say it's better that you just marry, when he also tells the married couple that they should stop and restrain incontinency, having or showing a lack of self-restraint or control, unable, and then here's an example, unable to control keeping urine, feces, bodily fluids in your body, and constantly adverb. So this dummy don't even know in the same chapter he's reading from to tell you to just go bust. You got to go bust, and semen retention is foolish. Paul himself is talking about semen retention. Stop playing. That's right. That's what happened when the unlearned think they wise. When your whole doctrine is to tear down the next person, you start sounding dumb and foolish. When everything about your material is destroying the next person, you can't possibly speak no truth out the Bible. Shall we continue?
The Most High commanded us men to be fruitful and multiply.
How are we going to be living fruitful and multiply if everybody's busting seeds and napkins and paper towels and old gym socks and bed sheets? I'm telling you, these dudes on here is not teaching the youth.
They're not teaching them, or the men of age how we should be.
But we got to do it the right way. We can't.
Let's see if he got the answers. What's the right way?
Can't go out there and just sleep around with women having babies out of wedlock. That wouldn't be wise.
That wouldn't be wise at all.
But what I'm trying to teach you, young brothers.
But semen retention doesn't cause that.
Whether you black, white, Asian, whatever the case is don't feel bad for your desires that you have for a girl, a woman, whatever the case is.
People who are habitual masturbators are not masturbating because they feel bad for looking at women, and it's causing them to do that. That ain't the root to habitual masturbation. The root to it is all the industry pushing all this stuff everywhere. Let's go.
Don't feel bad. That's a part of your development as a man. That's a clear sign as a young boy that you're not gay. You get what I'm saying? It's like if you're attracted to this girl or you desire a woman, that's an indicator that you like women. That's a good thing. Right? But you
see how he throws truth in there, but everything, it's like he throws truth, a bunch of dumb shit, truth, a more bunch of dumb shit, and then some truth. That's literally like what you're listening to, yo. It's crazy. Let's go.
I'm not going to make you feel guilty like you're in sin because you have these attractions. Now, you have to be taught as a young man how to direct energy. Because if you have a father in your life, he's able to look at the situation and talk to you as a son and say, okay, now, you're growing up.
Well, why don't you go teach your son? Oh, yeah. That's right. That part. Y'all know what I mean. My nigga Bree knew the time. It just is what it is. Let's go.
You're making decisions, and he can school you on what is what. Because if you go out there and you lay up with a young lady and you get her pregnant, right? There's consequences, right? You're going to be a father. You got to take care of these children. You got to get a job. And if you're living at home with your folks, that's not going to be profitable to you. And
this is called malarkey, y'all. Do y'all realize he's just talking and he's boring? He's just talking. Let's go.
Are you really ready for that? So if you're not ready to be a father as a young teenager, you got to think twice about trying to experiment sleeping around. Yeah, you have the desire. Yeah, you have these feelings and emotions, but is it really the right time?
Now here's what the truth is. Yes, young men need fathers to guide them. That is a fact. Fathers do come in, but guess what? A lot of these young men don't have households with fathers these days. That's why they would watch a Mark the Messenger video on semen retention. That's why they would watch a New Breed video on semen retention to get a greater understanding how to transmute energy, you fool. But this man's so fixated on tearing these men down, he's missing the fact that those messages are needed to the fatherless households. This dude is a whack job. That's a fact.
Right? And could you possibly end up ruining a young lady's life? All of these things you have to consider. Now, masturbation and watching porn, where is this coming from? Is it a sin?
Yeah, nigga, it's a sin. Is watching porn and masturbating a sin? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a sin. To answer that question, yes, it's a sin. All right, let's see what he has to say, because he wants y'all to question whether or not that's a sin, right? Let's go.
Because that's what religious people will do.
So that's what religious people would tell you, that watching porn, corn, and beating your drum is a sin. He's basically saying it's not a sin. So, I guess you could just figure out what he's doing on his damn spare time. Pretty much telling you that's not a sin. It goes into debauchery. The Bible tells you to consecrate your flesh. It goes into impurities. Now, people have struggled with it. There's not a man who haven't struggled with it, but that don't make it right. This is crazy.
Let me ask you a question. This is for all men, all ages. Now, this channel is for adults. This channel is not for kids, but I understand semen retention topics is targeting the youth. It's not really targeting grown men.
It's targeting everybody.
I realize the way this scam works, it's really targeting young, impressionable men who are between the ages of possibly 16, probably 15, even lower, probably between the ages of 13 all the way up to about age 40. And it's primarily targeted to the younger crowd. And what they want is to gather your attention to get the watch time hours, to get the ad revenue, by talking about a topic that they know the majority of men struggle with. Now,
wouldn't it make sense for men to speak on these things if majority of the men struggle with this? What is he doing right now in this 2-hour stream? Trying to get watch time hours up, trying to get views up, trying to get clicks, trying to get likes, while simultaneously trying to destroy other people's work. So what is he even talking about? This is a hypocrite, a straight up hypocrite.
is it really
I'd rather listen to somebody who's going to help me push through these struggles than somebody to make me feel comfortable in my sin, because that's what he's doing.
struggle? No. It's not a struggle. It's part of life. But if they can make you believe that
So he's trying to say basically beating the drum is part of life. It's not a sin, it's part of life. And it's totally natural, because you brothers are young, and if you like women, you get on your computers and be a one-handed bandit. Now, according to the MFS fertility blog that I was speaking about, that does these data analysis on different men, they've acquired a whole list of benefits that come from semen retention, such as reduced stress, improved motivation, improved confidence and self-esteem, a higher level of self-control, better concentration, more energy, more happiness, better relationships, increased stamina, the ability to have multiple orgasms. Yes, a lot of people who struggle with erectile dysfunction is because they're flogging a dolphin, because they're beating the drum. This is why they're having these issues. So what is this man even talking about? You get stronger erections. Like if you take, let's say, 2 or 3 weeks off your woman, when you come back, you coming back with vengeance. I'm talking about you coming back with vengeance.
That's some nasty work
Telling
right there.
My nigga Bree knew the time.
That's how it really is. You doing your push-ups for a week, you doing what you doing, your testosterone is better, everything is better. It feels better. You're back with your women, whatever you got going on, and it is what it is. Every man should practice semen retention at some point in time of their life. Yep, people naming stuff. We got actual men. How many of you men, all you men in here who practice semen retention? Let this incel weirdo let you know what some of the let them know what some of the benefits are. I see somebody say hair growth, muscle growth. I notice on semen retention, my metabolism speeds up. Somebody said clear eyes, your aurora, you just be on point. And if you have like a lot of stress, that goes away. Better workouts. Like, what is this dude even talking about? You're not suitable to teach no men. That's why you ain't got no boys. That's why. Because you a jealous diva. Because you a Jezebel. You gung-ho on tearing men down. You think you know something, but you think with your emotions. You think like a woman. You don't know what you're talking about. So shut up. Anyway, let's go.
You're struggling. Now you'll believe you got some sort of demon on you. There's nothing wrong with you as a man when you desire sex.
How many of you all have ever struggled with masturbation and went to sleep or tried to go to sleep and you felt the succubus literally riding you? By show of ones, have you ever experienced that? I know I ain't the only one. When I used to struggle with that, the succubus used to get me. I used to get sleep paralysis big time. Big time. That's before I was even learning about anything quote unquote religious. Look, every man in here saying one. Somebody said they heard voices. So how he gonna convince all these men who've experienced having the succubus come when they practice masturbation? How you just gonna tell all these men they didn't go through that and it's not demonic? I mean, when I battled with that back in the day, I'm talking about it was horror movies never bothered me. None of that bothered me. But when I definitely dealt with that, that's when the nightmares come. That's when the sleep paralysis come. And this can happen to women too, the incubus spirit. Man, let's go.
That is normal. You're a man. There is nothing wrong if you're a young man and for some reason a woman excites you and you get aroused. That's normal as a man. The problem happens when you're being educated the wrong way and you got religious people telling you that you're full of lust, you got demons, you need to overcome your sin. This doesn't make any sense.
So he's saying ain't nothing wrong with it. And basically anybody speaking up against it is just condemning people. Let's go.
It doesn't make any sense at all. So I'm going to try to make this make sense for you by playing this video. It's from Mark the Messenger. He re-uploaded an old video. I can tell the video is uploaded or re-uploaded because it was uploaded in 360p, which means this is most likely an older video that he re-uploaded. Now, the reason why I got to talk about this is because I know a lot of you young guys that are probably Christians, probably just struggling in your own world, trying to figure things out, trying to figure out why you got these desires, why you're on the computer every night, why you got the lotion. The simple answer to that is because you need a woman. You're supposed to get a wife. Now, I'm trying to make this thing as simple as possible.
You're just talking. Now we know that the American culture and American society doesn't promote young men getting married at a young age, right? We know that for a fact. But during that youthful stage of life, there's so much that these young men could be doing. Matter of fact, let me take y'all to an example. Let me go to Exhibit A. Let's go to Exhibit A because what he's teaching is nonsense. Let's go to Exhibit A here, right? And I'm going to none other than Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson, that's right. Let's talk about semen retention, discipline, and a mindset, a disciplined mindset. And we're talking about the youngest heavyweight champion of the world. Let's let this man drop some science and knowledge on you real quick. Let's go.
Tyson was willing to do anything to be champion, even control his sexual desires for 5 years. I never knew that conquering so many women takes so much from you more than adds so much to you. I always read that great fighters never had sex before fights, and I was a young kid, and I wanted to be the youngest heavyweight champion in the world. So I restrained myself from sex for around 5 years.
Now, do you hear that? Mike Tyson, Iron Mike, semen retention for over 5 years. And what was he out here doing? Knocking them out. A gladiator, a warrior. See, here, this is what Ringworm is leaving out. Every young man don't struggle with masturbation. I said every young man do not struggle with masturbation. Do you understand that there are some young men that you can guide, lead, and they're so busy with their goals that they don't battle with that. Now, it happens a lot. It's definitely a problem in the community, a huge problem. But every young man don't deal with that. I have close friends, family, and things like that. Brothers I grew up with who never even seen corn until they was full-blown adults, who never battled with that particular sin. Some of us dealt with that, went through it. Somebody slipped you a dirty magazine or whatever the case is. But if you have a strict father who keep you outside, keep you working, keep you busy, keep you in that boxing gym, keep you in that weight room, keep you motivated and active, corn not going to be an issue for you. And this is a fact. And that's not going to and at any time you can get on semen retention, even when you do have a woman or women. Let's go.
For 5 years, Tyson trained with that vision in mind of being champion of the world. So focused on his goal, he gave up his sexual desires to stay focused and stay.
He gave up his sexual desires, meaning he wasn't watching corn. He wasn't beating the drum. He wasn't even worried about women. Mike Tyson was focused on knocking these guys out. He had he had purpose over pleasure. So what is this guy talking about? Like semen retention is something demonic or wrong. And Mike Tyson, if you look at Mike Tyson, he looked like a grown man. This man was 15 years old in these videos y'all looking at. He was knocking out big ass grown men, bro, in the Olympics. Testosterone through the roof. Explosive in the ring. First step was nasty. First step was insane. I'm talking about, yeah, exactly. Crazy work. Man, let's go.
Stay disciplined. He was a monster in the ring, small in stature with short arms. Tyson perfected the peekaboo style, knocking out opponents in a way the world had never seen. Like a father to Tyson, legendary trainer Cus D'Amato was constantly reinforcing Tyson's mind by telling him he was the champ, the greatest, the best.
See, this is the importance of fathers. I mean, what kind of advice would that weasel give his son? Son, it's natural. I know you desire women. I know you desire to have a wife, but it's natural. Go play with yourself. What are you talking about, dog? It's why you ain't got no boys, man. This right here. You got too much damn hate in your heart. You witch. Let's go.
Long before he would win his first title.
Even though I was a street kid and I would come with like a tough kid, I never had an ego. I was never really jealous of anybody. I never really thought much of myself. But when I met Cus and I started talking to Cus, he made me believe that I was a god.
man, and it was really his own internal power, man. But let's get back to the video, man. But I just be seeing some of these videos and I'm like, yo, you got to be kidding me. And see, the whole goal is to tear down the work that other brothers are doing. Just because a lot of people, because they're incapable of speaking on a certain topic, they'll go through great lengths to try to disparage those who find value in the material. That's a sad, sad existence when that's all you got to do.
In the culture we live in right now, right? They don't encourage marriage. They really don't. So as a young man, the reason why I call you a young man, because you are. When you're a teenager, as a young male, you're a man. You're not a boy no more, right? Society that we live in don't encourage marriage at a young age. In other cultures around the world, you got young men as young as 13 years old that'll become a husband and have a wife. Do you understand what I'm saying? They understand this because this is normal. In our culture, they don't do that. So when you're a teenage young male and you start having these desires and these urges, that is the time when your parents are supposed to say, okay, it's time for you to have a wife. All of this stuff about abstaining from this.
And this is where, and I agree to some of what he's saying to an extent. Now, we know that we living in our Babylonian captivity. We know that this society frowns upon a young man getting married, or a young woman getting married, for that matter. Young people marrying and staying with with high school sweetheart or whatever the case is, like that. But all you could do is guide and lead your sons. He don't have sons, so he really can't even talk on the subject. Really, he don't even know. I mean, you can talk on it, but not from the angle he's taking, right? And that's not. And since he's right about, yes, we need to lead our sons in the right direction so they can have a girlfriend. Explain to your son, look, the consequences of having sex with this young lady, a baby's going to come out of it. This is why you want to have family businesses and teach your sons things while they're young. So when they come to that age and they ready to have them a woman, they ready. They know how to take care of her. They know how to be providers and all of the above. But unfortunately, we don't live in that type of society. Unfortunately, it's not like that. Unfortunately, these young men are not ready for that. Now, that's a fact, but that does not no way, shape, or form or fashion disgrace or put down semen retention. Do you understand? This is what I mean by straw man arguments. You take something that could be right and then you mix it with some bullshit. That's what he does. Just talking. Let's go.
And abstaining from that, it makes no sense. Even the Bible says it is better to marry than to burn. See, if you're sitting there,
he just used that talking point I said, but in the previous verse, it also tells you to have consent for a time. Defraud ye one not to another, for no inconsistency. Inconsistency. It says that in the same verse where it says, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. Why doesn't this fool teach discipline? Where's discipline at in this man's mentality? Where's the balance? It's like he talks like a person who doesn't have self-control. He talks like a person who can't control what they eat, what they think, what they feel, what they say, what they do. This the same Negro who keeps breaking community guidelines on YouTube, reacting to my videos while I'm still live, which is against the guidelines. That shows me this is a man with no damn self-control. He's literally coming off like a person who don't understand what discipline is about and would never be able to teach his son he don't have one, but if he had one, he would never be able to teach him about what discipline is. Let's go.
Doing this semen retention garbage, all you're doing is burning yourself up.
No, all you're doing is gaining discipline. He says semen retention is garbage, and all you men who practice semen retention to better your lives, all you're doing is burning yourself up. Do you know how disgusting this doctrine is? Whatever he's trying to come up with is. Somebody said he unstable in all his ways. This is wild. Spiritualpreneur says semen retention is all about vision and purpose. Exactly. Yeah, he's pushing Satan's doctrine. Yeah, J Dog says he's playing a game called Pick a Scripture. Yeah, this man be manipulating the hell out the Bible. Only scripture, he pulls only scripture to try to validate his dumbass narratives. It's like he'll sit up there in one breath and tell you, this ain't no Bible channel. This ain't scripture. I'm not trying to build a church. I'm not trying to do this. But then he only uses scripture when it's to do one or two things: validate his dumbass narratives or tear down another brother. That's literally the only time this man go in the Bible. He ain't going to no scriptures to actually do any motivating topics. I don't know who will watch this weasel to draw any inspiration or motivation for daily life. This man is clearly miserable in every sense of the word. Miserable. This is just foul. Telling you brothers, all the athletes out there who practice semen retention, all the men who struggled with corn and masturbation was like, you know what? I'm gonna get on semen retention. I hope I can even attract a wife. I'm gonna get my mind right. I'm gonna cleanse myself. I'm gonna get this dark cloud from over my head. Let's go. It's gonna get worse. I'm gonna let it play for a little while. Let's go.
That's all you're doing. And if you notice, this message is only targeted to young men. Where is this message for the women? What about the women who struggle, who watch porn? Where's their message? See, there's no message for them. So what is really semen retention? That's a satanic message. That's a message to stop you from procreating. I'm going to prove that beyond a shadow of doubt with Mark the Messenger's video. I'm going to show you that even though he's pushing this semen retention, it didn't work for him. Let's prove it with the tapes. Let's listen to the video. Commentary and criticism.
Yo, Broken Matrix, man, if you can stick around for a little bit. I see Moshe the commentator in here too. Man, if you brothers can stick around for a little bit, let me get through this video. I'm going to share the link if y'all want to tap in. 100.
Fair use. Ringo TV reactions.
This is the uncomfortable topic, the uncomfortable subject that men are scared to talk about, the addictions they have, the demons that are keeping them in bondage. I promise you guys at the end of this video, by the time you watch this, for those who are struggling with corn or lust, I promise you there's gonna be a solution by the time you finish this video. Okay, and I want to say this too, as
and Mark is right. A lot of men don't even want to talk about this topic because it's a cliche type of topic. And demons and devils want to insulate your sins and keep it secret. I know you brothers know what it's like to be struggling with something, but you can't tell nobody because you're afraid of being shamed. So the fact that Mark is even talking the way he's talking is actually admirable, that he's bringing such a cliche topic out there. And I'm one who was one of the originators, what y'all would call the OGs. Between me and Classic Opus, we used to be the main brothers online talking about semen retention. But anyway, let's go.
Well, about a couple days ago, about 5 years ago, a couple days ago, it was like around July 4th weekend. I don't remember the exact date. is when I talked to God and I told God, all right, I'm done, fornicating, I'm done masturbating, done watching porn. Like, this is just destroying me, it's destroying my energy. It's making me more like a beta male, no confidence, no energy driven.
Now, how can Ringworm tell y'all that this man is lying about what he personally been through while he was beating, doing what he was doing? Dealing with the corn and things like that. How could he tell you what his personal experience is? And I'm not doing this to try to, somehow, I don't know, big up Mark the Messenger. I had my disagreements with him that I spoke on publicly or whatever the case is. But right is right, wrong is wrong. Anyway, let's go.
No purpose, just lust every single day. When I wake up, when I go to sleep. And to give you guys a quick background, prior to me giving up corn, I started it in 6th grade. I had a friend give me a magazine. He gave me a magazine, and at first I thought it was like a car magazine.
He thought it was a car magazine. Well, it wasn't. Why didn't you give it back?
Cars, or I thought maybe like a video game magazine.
Ringworm act like a woman, bro. Not even a woman, an itch. Because women are cool, but this man act like a man. This man's disgusting, bro. This man really got a Jezebel spirit. It's disgusting. Ugh.
And he's like, oh no, it was like naked girls. And he's like, oh, just keep it. And like, it was in my backpack for a couple of days. And I didn't want my dad to see it because, do homework. I was like, oh shit, I remember he went to the bathroom real quick and I opened my backpack. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, like this is real. I'm letting you guys know how the addiction started in public school. That's how the programming starts. And from there, I remember I had a PSP. Gen Z probably doesn't know what a PSP is. Millennials, you guys know what it is.
PlayStation Portable.
It's like a portable PlayStation. And back then, it wasn't easy to get Wi-Fi. I remember I had to go all the way to the end of the street because one of my neighbors had Wi-Fi. And I would go on the PSP and I'd go on that website and I'll save the pictures. And then, that's how the addiction started. And from there, I think it was from 6th grade, I was 12 or 13 years old, 6th or 7th grade. And then from there all the way to 25 years old, it was an everyday thing. Like, I think I probably took breaks within that 12 years where that demon kept me in bondage.
Notice he said a demon kept him in bondage. Listen, people, I'm really tired of religion, bro. I'm tired of these scams, man. I'm tired of everybody using God, bro, to keep people in bondage with lies, telling them a demon.
Man, do you hear this fool? Is he serious? Do you know that the Bible mentions demons hundreds of times? Do you understand if you are releasing your semen, your seed, when nobody is present, just you, yourself, and that's it? Don't you know something else in a spiritual realm is gaining some type of gratification off of you dealing, like literally releasing life force? He act like demons don't exist. Like demons, like the Bible don't speak about demons. Like you can't have a demon of lust, a demon of just gluttony, a demon of all kind of demons. Man, this man need to be slapped up off that that pulpit, bro. This is crazy.
There's no demon, fam. If you're beating your meat, that has nothing to do with a demon. That have nothing to do with a devil is attacking you and, like, this doesn't make any sense, bro. So if I'm having sex with a woman, is it a demon that's there with me?
No, this nigga ain't say that. Y'all, the Bible says the married bed is undefiled. The married bed is undefiled. So the answer is no, sir. But if you up in a basement, with Vaseline, old socks all over the place, you entertaining demons. It is literally ritualistic. a form of worship and idolatry. When you sitting there watching corn beating the drum. Let me ask you this. If Jesus Christ came back with your pants down and you in a dirty basement flogging a damn dolphin, how you gonna feel about it? Since ain't nothing wrong with it. You just all on the internet. You going through all the portals. You got all the lubriderm. You got cooking oil. You got whatever you can get your damn hands on in the house. And then the final trumpet blows. How you gonna feel about that? Man, I tell you, you really can't make this stuff up, people.
Like, does that make sense? So let me get this straight. If you're masturbating, a demon is with you. But if you're having relations with a woman, a demon is not. So let me get this straight. If I'm having sex with my wife, God must be there with me. But if I'm sleeping around with another man's wife, the demon is there with me.
Oh, wow. So he didn't forgot the Bible that says the married bed is undefiled. If it's your wife, the married bed is undefiled. That means if you're fornicating or if you getting busy with yourself, that bed is in fact defiled. I mean, do y'all hear this fool? Do y'all hear him? John 2:16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Why can't y'all see he's not of the Father, he's of the world? This man ain't gave up on his faith. I'm telling you right now, this guy done fell from grace. He done lost his mind. He done lost his soul. It's over. Your soul is gone. Shang Tsung. This boy done lost his mind, y'all. He's crazy. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, and not of the Father, but is of the world. Y'all can't tell the difference between the world and people in truth no more? Stop playing. This man telling y'all to go whack off. He telling you that demons don't exist. He telling y'all gang stalking don't exist. He's telling y'all that he's tired of religion, but really he just tired of the Most High. And he ducking fades. Don't want no smoke. Not even a man of might. Don't even display courage, just femininity. Man, let's go.
None of that make any sense, man. You're just making choices. A lot of times we love to say the devil is doing this, the devil, the demons. There's no demons there. You're making choices. But if influencers can convince you that a demon is there, now they got you under their addiction, which now is going to
under their addiction. But corn and none of that matters. Man, let me share my link. I don't even know how. It ain't even much more to listen to. So you watching material that will break you free from the spell is the addiction, but actually watching corn all day, not being able to go out here and handle your business, that's not the sin. I'm sharing a link, so brothers of truth, if y'all want to tap in, even sisters of truth, whoever want to chime in on this particular material here, if you got, you know what I'm saying, something you want to add in, if you've been either following this whole scenario closely, or you just want to chime in on the topic at hand, right? I got the link shared. I'm gonna go ahead and play it until somebody joins. Let's go.
Going to make them to earn money. Just like in the church, the pastor is always making you feel guilty. And you come back to the church, you get
Listen, that's not called guilt when you beat the drum and you feel bad. It's called conviction. It's called conviction. And if you have conviction, then it's wrong. Can't nobody on social media make you feel guilty. Can't nobody on social media make you feel like beating the drum is wrong. You know it's wrong. That's why people like to push their lifestyles on other people. Just like people who practice certain lifestyles, they like to try to make everybody accept it. Look, if you want to go beat off and all of that in private, why is it bothering you that other people are telling you not to do it? Unless you're wrong. Unless you got guilty conscience and you want to clear up that it's right to do it. That's what the letter coalition do. Try to make us believe that ain't nothing wrong with it. If you comfortable in your lifestyle, then do it. Why are you even bringing this to social media? It's crazy.
give all your money and you stay in bondage year after year. And while you're doing all of that, the pastor is sleeping around with another man's wife. He's not overcoming his sins, but he'll tell you that you're doing everything wrong and how you need to repent. This is sad, fam. Really, really sad. And again, when you listen to content like this, right, you got to pay attention, man, because a lot of you I can see are not paying attention. You have somebody in the chat saying, how do you define Satan then? Obviously, you don't even know who the devil is. You know, the topic is not about Satan. The topic is about semen retention.
See how he just totally ignored that person's question? The man asks you, how do you define Satan? Because you're making it seem as if demons aren't real and masturbation ain't sin. And he wants to know, well, damn, do you even believe in the devil? That's a fair assessment, because that person who's watching you they're actually listening to the dumb shit you saying. And they like, all right, what do you think Satan is? And your weird ass gonna say, we're not talking about that. They asked that for a reason, because anybody listening can see this man is an atheist. Or they're trying to ascertain or gather, are you an atheist or not? Let's go.
If you read the Bible, you would know the answer to that. So obviously you're not reading, right? But let's get back to the tapes.
Maybe like at that 12 years, maybe like 50 days, if even. It was an everyday thing, guys. Getting the lotion out, getting the coconut oil.
Getting the lotion out, getting the coconut oil. He said it was an everyday thing. Now, who relates to these type of topics? All teenage young men.
Not only teenage young men deal with this issue. And not every teenage young man deal with it. There's men of all ages who deal with this problem. Of all ages. And why is he so worried about what audience is gravitating to what man's content? Like, you need to find something to do with yourself, something to talk about that's going to be beneficial for people. Stupid ass.
And why? Because they don't got a wife. See, the truth of the matter is, these men that are pushing semen retention, they're not teaching you the truth. The truth is, as a young man, you need a wife.
Man, let me let Southside. What's up, Southside?
What's good, New Breed?
Man, I'm cooling, man. Just breaking this jargon down here. What to do?
Nothing, man. Out here on the south side in Clayco, kicking it, trying to get closer with God and everything. But on my journey, I've been coming across you brothers on YouTube, and I seen the whole dispute, the whole feud. And all I want to say is, man, look, no matter what anybody say, because I wouldn't say I'm of the conscious community or anything, but I'm a good person. I'm on a journey trying to get closer to God and everything. And don't worry about what none of them people say, man. I agree with you, man. I rock with you. Before any one of these people will ever convince me or be able to teach me, I rock with you first. I'm gonna
Man,
just say that first.
man, I appreciate that. And I want to let it be known publicly that I'm not doing this video because I'm bothered or I'm somehow ruffled about anything that they say about me. To be totally frank with you, I seen this video as an opportunity to teach, because this is one of those topics where you can teach. Um, and I've made it my goal now to only respond to things that can be a learning experience that I see on social media. And there's a lot of young men out there who are literally falling for what he's saying just because he is jealous that he wants those demographic of people. So he's trying to gather up anybody he can gather who will believe his nonsense. If he's trying to find all the people who enjoy, watching corn and masturbating. So he's basically soothsaying and trying to get all those people to watch. You know what I'm
R-
saying?
Right.
Instead of trying to be a leader and a teacher to help heal these brothers and help us overcome some of the vices that we face. It's sick. It really is sick to me. But yeah, brother, go ahead. I'll let you continue.
And I agree. I agree. And I'm glad that I came on just so you could get that point across, because I ain't even trying to be messy or nothing. That's just genuinely how I feel. But
Okay.
yeah, man. I just find it funny. I salute you and I respect you for the fact that you even let people come on the panel, man. It just shows a lot, you know.
Most
he
definitely, brother.
he'll never let nobody. I don't want to make this about y'all too or nothing, bro. But I
Right,
just
right.
got to be real, man.
Are you
He'll
speaking
never
fact?
let nobody else on the panel, man. He don't want nobody else to get no shine. And it's like he quick to play victim whenever he feel like the role is flipped on him. But man, I see you, man. I salute you, and that's all I want to do, man. Just keep rocking how you rocking. You know those religious people, they gonna say what they gotta say. They lost, but at the end of the day, you on the right track, man, because hey, you waking a brother like me up. Because at first I was rocking with him, but the whole dispute,
Right,
it
right.
kind of it showed me, it introduced me to you, and your message resonate with me more. I feel you, man. I just genuinely feel it in my soul versus somebody just being entertaining.
Right. 100. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your input. Hey, join anytime.
For sure, man. Stay up.
You too. Peace. Yeah, that's real talk. B Rock, what's going on with you, brother?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Nice to talk to you again.
You too.
But yeah, you hit the nail like right on the head when it comes down to like semen retention. On a physical level, you're holding more protein into your body, which
Yep.
is giving you a better testosterone to estrogen ratio.
Right.
So what'll end up happening is when you do it, Rango said, and you're always releasing, you're holding less testosterone, so you're holding more estrogen.
Exactly.
So you're more inclined to be more feminine, more female-like as a male.
Yep.
So you're more feminine, less masculine. Um,
Yes, sir.
so yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. So practice semen retention. It'll help you have more testosterone. So it'll help a man be more active, which will help a man subsequently become more productive, which will help a man become more successful.
Exactly. And that's
So
well, I'm gonna let you keep going. Let's go.
so then on a mental level, one of the biggest issues with the black community is you end up having less fathers in the home. So when you practice semen retention on a mental level, you are it's like doing mental push-ups. You become more mentally disciplined, which will make you a better husband as well as a better father
Mm,
because you're less likely to run the streets and more inclined to be at home with your family.
yep.
So yeah, and then on a spiritual level, same thing. It just when all those two things, the mental as well as the physical, come together, you end up more happy at home because your home is your environment. And when you do what you're supposed to do as a man at home, you have a better environment. And when you have a more positive environment, it makes you feel better on a spiritual level, which just makes you more happier in life.
Absolutely. And I can attest to first, trying the no fap lifestyle change as well as semen retention. But back way back when, I can attest to like feeling a sense of joy. You would get surges of joy just being on semen retention. Literally, you can't you can't make that type of feeling, that vibe up in your mind, especially if you're a person who go through different emotions. You pretty much in an emotional roller coaster when you are constantly, watching that kind of stuff, filth and debauchery and releasing. But when you're on semen retention for a good amount of time, you going to work, you handling your business, you're more productive, and you feel like the same person every day. This dark cloud disappears. You're not moody. You just on an even kill. You're focused. You're getting things done. Uh, People start turning to you for advice, help. The ladies are more attracted to you.
Yep.
It's all in all, it's just a part of every man's life. Even if he gets older, younger, if brothers get a little bit older and they dealing with some erectile issues, semen retention is a great way of trying to get your mojo back. That's a fact. So
Exactly.
so the stuff he's doing, like he's trying to demonize something that's helpful towards people. That's how much hate he has in his heart. He doesn't even see how self-destructive he don't even see how destructive the message is. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. It's like sometimes it's like when it's almost like a pond versus an ocean. It's like you could be a big fish in a small pond, which is almost kind of like what his mentality is when it comes down to the subject. But a big fish in a small pond is still a small fish in a big ocean.
Yep.
So the issue when it comes to like the black community and like how you're saying it affects everybody. Like when like the saying goes, if you treat them like a when it comes to men and women, when men treat women like a rock star, they'll treat you like a groupie.
Yep.
A lot of the big problem with and I'll try to say this pretty quick, but I feel like when the whole issue between black men and men and women, but sticking to the conversation, black men and women is black men started this. The
Mhm.
issue with like this attitude that the women are having because it's just like I mentioned before how I hunt. To me, it's the women are the hunters. So the men showed the women how to. It's like baiting. The
Mhm.
men were overly sexualized, or they were driven by their sexual nature, and the women simply bait them with their bodies.
Yep.
And because the men lacked the self control, the men lit a match that the women let burn out of control. So now when they're running around showing booty cheeks and the breast popping out of the shirt, that's men's fault. They started that, but women are letting it get out of control. And when you do what Rango said and you don't practice semen retention, you end up not having discipline. And if men had more discipline, this would have never happened in the first place.
Right. Yeah, that's
So
real talk. I definitely, when it comes down to this, we as men always got to take accountability. And it's interesting because in the video he was saying, "Well, where's the message for women? Where it's all on us men." It's all yes, we're men. You
yeah,
know, men still rule the world, contrary to popular belief. It's a man's world, like James Brown said. When you look at the hypersexualized society, men have a great deal to do with that. I can remember back in the '90s, Uncle Luke. All these guys was putting our women on Front Street. It's just now they're using it to empower themselves with. So it is up to us to ultimately stop supporting the lonely fans, stop supporting the corn industry for us to make it crash. So the onus is on men. And
yeah,
that's what these effeminate men like to do. They like to throw the blame and shift the blame and deflect. And what about the women? What about this? Didn't Adam say the same thing? When the Most High was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all bit the fruit. With a woman you gave me, no, we're not shifting the blame. As men, we got to become more disciplined. And it's not cool to be spilling seed to computer screens and monitors.
exactly. And like one of my biggest concerns is like with the passport bros. Like it'll be a very unpopular opinion to a lot of guys, but my biggest concern is black men or men in general, but sticking to this, black men started this issue in the community by being so easy, by being so predictable, by being so sex driven that women saw this and are like, oh, well, I want to attract a man. So let me sexualize myself because clearly that's the bait that's going to work. And black men haven't learned this, they haven't accepted this or embraced this. And they're going to take this same mentality overseas and perpetuate the problem globally instead of locally in the United States.
Right. That's real talk. Thank you, B Rock, man. I got a couple people in the chat.
All right.
Man,
Good
you
talking.
add some gems, man. I appreciate it.
Good talking to you, brother. Next time.
You too. See you next time. Peace. All right, we got Jonathan Smithson. What's going on, brother?
How you doing? How you doing, Bree? First, I want to just give you a shout out, man. You've been doing Lord's work for a while, man. Before COVID, I've been following you. I just want to put
Thank
that
you,
out
brother. I appreciate it.
there. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And then on the message today, I'm currently on retention right now, so I don't know what he's talking about. I could see if
That's
he was
right.
talking if he went through it or if he tried it. It just
Right.
I just find that real kind of lame. And
Yeah.
then
I mean, you might not ask how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, 24. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And from practicing SR, what are some positive things you can say about it? Because he's making it seem as if it's not beneficial at all for a brother. It only makes him burn up or crash out and deal with a woman they shouldn't deal with. Those are some of the points that he's trying to make, saying that basically you're just going to be reckless if you on SR. Have you experienced anything he said, are there some good benefits?
No, I haven't. I haven't. It's been great benefits. My energy being up. I just had a child, so that's even helping me even more keep up with him. My workout, my fitness. I didn't lost some weight. I heard you said about the appetite.
Yeah.
And being slim, I done slimmed down. Like 10, 15 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. When I first started SR, I weighed 230.
Yeah. Yep. I was
When
just
I
about
started,
220. Yep.
yeah, I realized that you need less food, because this what happens on SR. Your body is consistently looking for the next discipline, the next level. It's like, all right, you're mastering sexual energy, which is the strongest force known to man. So if you can master that, your body naturally is like, all right, what's next? What can I conquer next? If you're a person who deal with alcoholism, marijuana addiction, overeating, whatever it is, then your body naturally is going to start to try to conquer that. That's why it's so beneficial. It disciplines you as a man. But I'll let you continue to say some of the benefits, or
Yeah.
speak your piece.
Yes. Yeah. And like you were saying, like I've been feeling great, man. It's just like it's kind of on his part. It's kind of getting real lame. I know he gonna watch the video. It's getting lame, man. It's like you don't have any content to put out, so he got to tear down, brother. Like it was the thing he did today with Mark was lame, man. Like there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. I see you picking. I just watched your earlier stream on your other channel with Candace Owens. That's real journalism.
Right.
Real work.
Absolutely.
Just to get on live and just talk down on another brother, that is lame, man. It's real feminine.
Real talk, man. I'm glad you could see,
Yes, sir.
brother. And congratulations on the new baby.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations to you. Yep, sir. I got one coming in real soon, couple days. Those contractions are getting closer and closer. So
all
it's
natural.
impressive.
And not to cut you off, Bree, but all natural. No epidural, no vaccines.
Yeah.
I heard what you were saying, and yeah, they trying to get you in trouble.
Hey, let's give it up for that. Hey,
Thanks, son.
That's right. But your boy talking about is the population. We talking about semen retention, but this brother got a baby though.
Healthy baby boy. They came out 8 pounds, big, and blessed.
That's right. And that's right. We making babies out here. So we pro-life, for the record. Don't let them fool you like we trying to get y'all to depopulate because we want you brothers to have some discipline. Don't listen to that foolishness.
Sometimes you need a reset to get your mind right. You don't understand. It's not withholding sex from the other partner or anything like that. It's just sometimes you need to fast your body, fast your mind, think clearly. That's it.
Man. Hey, brother, young brother, you know what's going on, man.
Sure.
Thank you, bro. Join anytime, man. I appreciate you.
I see you in North Carolina.
See you then, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. Yes, sir. We got Angel Noons. What up, Angel?
Yo, what's up? You hear me?
Yes, sir. You loud and clear.
All right. I just want to say this. Like, I feel like times have changed. Like, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? The women were feminine and stuff. But now it's like, where I live at, especially in New York, it's like now the women dominate the men. It's because, like, they always depleted and stuff like that.
Right.
So
yep.
Wait, what happened?
I was going to say, so you can attribute that to us brothers being depleted to the over-sexualization. Us brothers worshiping the women, because believe it or not, watching porn, masturbation, that is a form of worship and idolatry. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, we changed the game because, like, yo, to be honest with you, like, I ain't gonna lie. I've been, like, the last, like, longest streak I ever done was, like, 4 years. And I ain't gonna lie, like I seen a lot of like crazy stuff happen to me. Like there was one time, like I ain't gonna lie, like some chick was with her mans, and I was like cutting their house because I'm a landscaper. So she
Right.
came out with like a dress that's like a see-through. You know what I did? I left and I didn't even finish the job.
Yeah, man. The Aurora be real, man. It be like that, man. I remember I used to read these articles, and one article in particular, it was about the blue-footed booby, which is a bird that the longer that they stay on retention,
Mhm.
the more attractive to the female booby that they become. You know what I'm saying? So that is actually real. Like it's science, like it's data. There's real what do they call it? Pheromones. That's what it is. The male birds start to let out pheromones, and then the ladies know when it's mating season. So what a lot of brothers need to understand is women are our counterparts. Their bodies are designed to want to deal with us and make sure that we're satisfied. They gain more pleasure most of the time on making sure that we're right. Now just that's the scientific fact. But also this brother just showed that he was on semen retention, right? A married woman made a pass, and he was still disciplined enough to not only leave, but he was like, "Nah, I can't go back there." So for that guy to make it seem like if you on semen retention, you just gonna be reckless and you're gonna be impregnating every woman you see, it's just a stupid talking point. It's dumb. He wouldn't know because he probably never even practiced it. He never even tried it.
Nah,
So yeah.
Nah, to be honest, that dude, like he be running his mouth too much. I can tell he never fought somebody. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I'll tell him straight up, yo, let's catch the fade and that's it. Why you keep talking? Like
That's what I'm saying.
there's nothing to talk about.
Right.
Like, I'm from New York and we get busy right away. I don't know, like, why does this dude keep talking? Like, yo, y'all would have been ran the fade a long time ago in that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yo, I ain't
That's
gonna lie.
all I'm saying.
Me
Like,
looking at
run the fade or be quiet. Like
for real, like I ain't gonna lie, me looking at him, like, yo, he got like a deep, like dark, effeminate spirit. Like he's like a Jezebel. I ain't gonna lie, he acts like a bitch. I ain't gonna cap.
that's real talk. Hey, and that's what we gotta do, man. Gotta be men. Call it what you see, man. That's what I'm saying. That's
Like,
100.
like I'm gonna tell you this weird experience. I ain't gonna lie. Like this is why I don't trust Christians. I really don't. I don't like to be honest. But look, this is what happened. So one day, you know what I'm saying, we was having a conversation with a chick. She was like a Christian, so called, and she told me, she's like, Angel, like, how does it feel to get cheated on? I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, I'll just leave the relationship and that's it. And then she said, oh, so you won't take somebody back if they cheated on you? I'm like, hell the fuck no. The fuck
Right.
legs up, right? All right, so you out of here. And then she got mad at me and she called me demonic and evil because I was speaking the truth.
That's
Make
real
it make
tough.
sense. Make it make
Right.
sense.
Right. See, that's what it's all about, man. You got to put your foot down and, embrace masculinity. And for people who may be joining, I know I got people from all walks of life. This is my entertainment channel. And, we are allowed to have certain undesirable languages over here. This is why this is I even tell grandmas, don't watch my red channel. She know what I'm talking about because this is what we do over here. We just chop it up. We keep it down to earth. We do follow the Most High. We do believe the word. But at the end of the day, we can talk to you straight. It ain't no cookie cutter stuff. It's just real. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that out there. But thanks, Angel, man. I got a couple more brothers in the chat I want to bring in. But man, join anytime, bro.
All right, yo.
All right, peace and blessings. Man, what's good, Broken Matrix? Man, what's up with you, bro?
Shalom, what's going on, my dog?
Hey, man, I'm cooling, bro. I be seeing you be on their necks on this joint.
What you see? Hey, look, I prefer anybody who hear me. If y'all on New Breed platform, I don't reflect and don't act the same way as New Breed. So if y'all don't want the nitty gritty, straight from the ghetto type of responses and videos, do not subscribe if you're from New Breed channel. We're not the same. So if
That's
I'm
right.
cussing and her, don't judge me and New Breed based on us being cool type shit. But let's dig into this lane. I'm gonna keep it PG. Let's dig into this lame guy. Bro.
Let's get to it.
First and foremost, what I want to speak on is how a person can be so condescending and so. Look, this is why I say that I honestly believe this, though, right? That Ringo TV honestly had a quarrel with you from the beginning. You know how Oh no, she shouldn't be back there. But you know how say for instance, like if you're the cool guy in the neighborhood, the cool guy in whatever setting that you're in, Toto, stop. If you're the cool guy and everybody want to be friends with the cool guy, sort of
Right.
say. I believe that he really befriended you just because he was gunning for the top spot. Because for this to be an individual such as himself to portray that he's so smart, he take accountability, this and that. For him to get up here before y'all had y'all official falling out and him saying that I'm not gonna pay. Well, I wasn't never gonna pay New Breed, but before that even transpired, for him to get on his channel and say New Breed is a real brother. We had a slum of a hotel room, and New Breed upgraded out his own pockets. He did it out the kindness of his heart because that's a brother. This, that, and the third. He say all this. All this is still on his channel. Then he turn around and say that, oh, Floridian Rollo tried to set me up. He tried to get me sent to jail, fam, and he made 9-10 hours of content on Rollo. And then he had a falling out with you because you expected him to pay you over you helping him to move over the tri-states from Atlanta to New York to North Carolina, and for you to go back to Atlanta is no easy task for no one.
Right.
So for him to admit that you are a real individual and you did this out the kind of your heart, and for him to say that, oh well, he expected money from me, and it's all about money with New Breed. How could that be possible when New Breed took a loss on you before you even paid him for it? You just told us he paid for your hotel room. He paid to upgrade you. He paid to drive you around, spending gas, doing this and doing that. And then when it comes time for you to return the favor, you say, "Oh, he's all about money." What are you talking about? If that's the case, I never would have upgraded you. You just told me, praising me, basically, how,
Right.
oh, God's gonna look out for New Breed. He's a good brother. God's gonna bless him.
Right.
Why do it have to be up to God when me and you are brothers in the truth?
Right.
Why
Right.
is you pushing it off on God? And then when people see, I understand how it goes though. So I understand that, everybody have a side to pick when you're in this truth. So it's either that you're, especially when two content creators who people like is in the truth. When you go back and look at the videos that he made on Rollo, you will see how easily brainwashed and manipulated people are, right? And this goes to show that they don't think for themselves because the same members of his chat, the same subscribers of his chat is in the comment section saying, yeah, we always knew Rollo was a snake. Yeah, Rollo is a setup
Yep.
artist. Go read the comments.
Yep.
And then he say that, oh, I forgive Rollo. We worked it out. How could you forgive someone who you say tried to set you up and send you to jail and take you away from your family, but you don't forgive a brother who you said God's gonna bless him because he came out his own pocket without me asking. He did it out the cannon of his heart. That's a real brother. This, that, and the third, and then say, uh-oh, I asked him to move from state to state. He helped me, and I don't want to pay him nothing. How would you paint that person as a bad guy? It's that simple.
Right. Right. See, it was more beneficial for him to beef with me because of of the following, of course. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
facts.
And if Rollo or Brainwaves or any of those guys had a bigger following, it would be definitely more lucrative to beef with them too, because
Mhm.
that's where you so-called specialize in. So the
Yep.
dude is really just an opportunist, and
I,
it's
one
crazy.
thing my bad for cutting you off, bro. I apologize, but I want to say this before forget it, right? But one thing I could credit to Ringo is he's very like smart when it comes to the art of war. I said this in a video that I made, and it gets to the point where if I don't know if you've seen that last live, but I made a recording. What I did was set him up though, right? Because you know that the YS dude, right, the lame dude in the same state that I'm in, though, you know that he preaches and practices and talk the completely opposite of Ringo. I made a video before it even happened saying that watch Ringo go and recruit him just because Ringo is trying to round up literally everybody who don't like New Breed. And but it's just like brainwashing. It's just like propaganda. The more you repeat the repetition, the more you scream and yell out a lot, the more it becomes true. So if you keep getting on here saying this, that, and the third, you got an audience up. Eventually, they're gonna believe what you're saying true, and they're not gonna go do no research. They're not. So tell me this: how many people in Ringo chat would forgive a person who they said, oh, he was trying to set me up, take me away from my family, go to jail, versus someone who you already admitted spent money and lost money on you before they ever look at to get compensated for helping you move in the tri-states. How would you even spin that narrative, bro?
Man,
How does that make sense?
hey, that's real talk, and it's almost like he felt like he had to go recruit those guys because he really just couldn't do it on himself by himself, man. And that's desperation. Just like he couldn't get nobody to help him move by himself. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have nobody close to him. Just to show you what kind of character this is. Nobody in his own city, own state, none of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That,
Because he's the type of person that burn bridges, don't value relationships, and he's an opportunist. You know what I'm saying?
look,
But
that goes. Hey, look, I'm glad you said that because that goes to another point. What you just said. So you mean to tell me you got all these people who love you and you're so real, but you had to call somebody from New York to Atlanta to
right,
help you move. So it won't nobody in between New York all the way to Atlanta who could come out and help Ringo. You
right,
called me because you knew I was a good dude.
right.
That's what it was. I
And
didn't
then
call you and go ahead.
and then look, he's talking about I'm all about money, but he fell out with his real brother over money, bro.
Over money.
His real brother for years. You know what I'm saying? For years. Over money.
Look, once I started seeing hey, look, I told you before I even knew, before y'all literally started dressing people online, I told you personally, bro, when it came out, I said, bro, I know he was talking about you, bro, because he started talking about every talking point that you make. Oh, the chosen ones, this. Whenever you heard people say this, that, and the third, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, that don't sound right because New Breed talk about this. This is when I first figured it out, but it still was unconfirmed. It was only after he made a video about you for a month straight and said that, oh, he's over there talking about me when you literally never made a video addressing, never adding him, never doing any of this.
Right.
And then, as you stated in this same live, he is that same type of person who literally manipulate the scriptures to garner audience because most people aren't going to go fact check and most people already like who they like. And what I mean by that is most people are biased. That's just like with politicians. We know that politicians really isn't I'm gonna keep it PG-13, but there really aren't poop.
Right.
But it's who could tell the biggest lie and who could keep it going, and we're gonna garner in this, that, and the third. One thing you could say about me, if anybody was to don't even view my channel because I'm X-rated on my channel, I'm gonna say what I want to say. But one thing about me is whenever I got into a beef on these YouTube streets, I never reached my hand out to tag team somebody to say, "Here, come and help me." You see me, I'm going against the odds right now on my channel.
Right.
Against the odds.
I can confirm that because
So
I've seen how this brother move. I've seen how he moved. And look, by the way, if y'all want to subscribe, y'all go subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, the Bible says, though my speech be rude, I lack not in knowledge. So although Broken Matrix may speak a certain way, if you hear what the man is saying, it's straight up logic. That's why I rock with his platform, because I'm all about listening to what's logical. Common sense is not common in this world. So when you hear a man,
honestly,
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, when you hear a man that got common sense, and you hear anybody that got common sense, man, it's worth a listen. You know what I'm saying? And if it's too much for you, then do it, then move around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. You don't got to leave a like. You don't got to give me a view. It's never about that. When it comes to me, I honestly don't care about who likes me, what they think about me. I'm going to speak the truth. If it's even something that my brother, my mother, whoever did that I don't agree with, I promise you, it's no favorites when it comes to me because the truth is the truth. And I promise you on my soul, I would never, ever try to distort the truth. Even when I'm man enough to admit it. If I'm wrong, I'm out of pocket, I'm going to say it. But even if I still don't like you after I say it, I'm going to admit that and I'm going to give you ammo to use against me. He even told you he was wrong. I still don't like you. Yeah, I'm man enough to say that I was wrong. I could admit that I was taught that a long time ago. But what I'm not going to sit back and indulge in is the manipulation because you had nothing but high praises. It's the same thing with the UP Farms thing. He went out there with y'all. He showed the land and he was promoting it and selling it. The minute y'all had a falling out, it's nothing out there, fam. Don't nobody go and support it. Let's talk to this person. That only came about when we had now fallen out and when you pay me. And like New Breed said, if you felt as though that you didn't owe me, when I approach you in your yard and I ask you about the money that I'm thinking that you owe me, why you ain't say, no, fam, you got to misconstrue? Like, why you ain't, you mean to tell me that you rather pay me and then when we separate and I can't put pause on you, you want to get on YouTube and say, oh, it wasn't never like that. Why you ain't say that to me when we were face to face, imano to imano? Why you wait till we 1,000 miles away to say that? Because if I personally, if I know that I don't owe the individual, I ain't sit that stamp. I'm not sending you nothing. Get it, Nick, get it in blood. What is you talking about? Come take it from me. I ain't say that. But do you know what type of person that it takes for them to ask who they classify as a brother while he's beefing with his real blood brother about money to say that, yeah, he's my brother. Get over here, Toto, that I'm going to go and ask him to do this and I don't want to compensate him at all. When you say something like that, knowing that this person you say you don't want to compensate spent money out his pocket without you asking, I did that out of brotherly love. That's brotherly love. You didn't ask me. You my dog. You my homeboy. You my brother.
Right. He liked to play that brother card. He liked to play that brother card on his behalf. But the brother card, you can't play the brother card one way. The brother card work like this. If we brothers, right? Then you know what I'm saying?
When I don't got it, you got it.
Right.
And you hold me down. When I got it and you don't got it, I hold you down.
That part.
You don't have to ask me.
That part. And if we brothers, we can shoot the fade too. And clean
and be cool afterwards.
Be cool afterwards. So let me get this right. We brothers when I'm helping you move, but when I say, well, look, let's just shoot the fade. You know, brothers fight all the time. When I ask you to shoot the fade, man to man, nah, man, you know, he hates his people. New Breed, he made the last video, he ain't got no love. Nah, I ain't got no love. I want to lay pause, Slim. Like, stop ducking the fade. There's nothing else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But other than that's how it be, man. These guys, they love that brother card when it's suitable for them, man. But you know what I'm saying? They use that though. That's right.
All people have to do is pay attention to who is in Ringo's circle before the beef. Pay attention to who's in Ringo's circle after the beef. He befriended everybody who had a negative conversation about New Breed. Everybody. He even went to go befriend a foul individual who talk about killing kids.
Yep.
This individual said that he would kill my kid, and Ringo, I guess out of spite because he thinks that I really give two poops about it in a sense though, because he's operating out of the whole merit of enemy of my enemy is a friend. That's the art of war. That's why I said Ringo is far from dumb. That's why he won't address an individual like me. Not that matter, because I go create a new channel after you address me and I address him. I delete it. I promise you, I don't care about YouTube. I start making actual real informative content long time ago because I got real things going on and my life is more valuable than what's really going on in the metaverse in a sense, bro. So it's never been about that, but I'm going to point out the discrepancies and the BS that I do see. And can't nobody make none of the stuff that he's been doing make sense. So it's coincidental that a guy who you said tried to set you up, that's first and foremost, to a guy that you said is a brother and asked you for a compensation to help you move from New York to North Carolina, and I'm coming from Atlanta. It's too much, and I'm greedy, and there would never be no reconciliation. We could never be cool. But a guy who tried to set you up and send you to jail, take you from your family, yeah, we cool. We cool. We work that out like men, because that's what men do.
Right.
What?
That part.
Who are you talking to?
Right.
Who are you talking to?
And that could have been real bad, man. The way that situation played out.
Hey, look, when I looked in the video, New Breed, you want to know how real I am, bro? When I looked in the video, y'all was in a little lobby or wherever y'all was. You went outside to let Rollo know, like, nah, Tate got to go, bro. Ringo didn't. He stayed inside with his women. You went outside. Anybody go look it up. It's still on his channel. It's on Ringo channel right now. New Breed through himself. No matter what the danger was, he think that posed the threat. He think that Rollo posed the threat. Who went outside to confront both of them by themselves? Ringo ain't go out there and have his back like a brother.
That's a fact.
New Breed walked out there and said, yo, I'm ready to tell Rollo right now. him and Tate gotta go. And you walked out the door, anybody can go and look at this right now. This is on Ringo page. So you're a brother of mine. You feel a certain way. You feel stronger about the way than I do. But I'm gonna go out there and address this threat that you're saying is a threat to you by yourself. Who you think you is? Malcolm X?
Right.
What you think I am? Nation of Islam, and I'm just holding your coattail?
Hey man, the entitlement of this dude is amazing, bro. Like for instance, he kept calling out my brother, my right hand, Yawitazah, right? Talking about Yawitazah should have hit him up and try to settle everything between us. When the scriptures tell you that if a man have a problem with another brother and another brother ain't trying to hear that, then you go get a witness. If that witness ain't trying to hear, go get two witnesses. But he like everybody's supposed to drop their life. People who don't even really, you know what I'm saying, know you like that, supposed to drop their life and all that to appease you. Nah, champ, it don't work like that. Like, I don't know who this guy think he is. It's almost like because he been on YouTube since 2006 and pretty much putting out content, he believed that, you know, everybody got to go to him for everything and we got to protect him. Like, bro, it ain't like that. See, I show love for the brother. It was respect. It was respect out of the fact that he has been around doing the work. But man, when you meet somebody in person, you see their true colors. See, I really ain't even know the dude like that until you meet somebody, shake hands. You know, that's why we got these initiatives, these events where we can come together, shake hands, or whatever the case is. Because that's when you really see the spirit, the heart, the soul on somebody, man. Real talk.
Look, but when I say you got posers and disguisers like deceivers who's really good at deceiving and being posers, bro. That's why I said you was around him. My thing is though, how real are you, Ringo? Because if you felt that the whole chosen one aspect or talking point was BS, you felt like this was BS and everything I talk about, how did me and you become cool? How was it that you were so cool that you met me in person? You met me at UP Farms. You promoted it. As soon as we have a falling out, he ain't my brother. This ain't that. UP Farms ain't nothing. What do you knew all this before being you linked up, bro? What are you talking about?
Right. That's a fact. And then just spreading lies. And my thing is, why destroy what everybody is building? Because it ain't just about me. UP Farms is it's families, lots of families who want that to succeed. The land purchaser wants that to succeed. There's people who working diligently. Why? Because you got an issue with me, try to ruin what other people got going on. That just show you how much of a demonic hater this man is. He just want to tear down progress.
Bro, look, this goes to show how phony he is because he claiming to be as smart as he is. So you don't know that it takes time to build something unless you one of these millionaires or billionaires. So of course, if I'm telling you that we're building this and we're trying to achieve this goal, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not. But you trying to make it seem like, oh, they don't have a septic tank, they don't have power. Look, it takes time to build this. We're not millionaires. That's obvious. We're building a community and we're looking for support for the people who think like us. What are you talking about?
Exactly. And then a lot of his lies, we actually have generators out there. That is electricity. People are able to charge their phones.
Hey, look, and it's so crazy. You showed the actual receipts, bro. And you know what this weirdo said? He said, oh, New Breed rented that. How we know that he ain't got to turn the equipment back in? What? If you don't know that to be truth, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Exactly.
Because you just want to slander.
For the record, that pool, I bought that. The generators bought that. All the lights, all the party tents, all of
the fans. You just said all the fans, the outdoor fans that I had, they still here in my house. You can't do nothing with them. And he still said that he rented it.
Right.
What? I have it right here in my house.
Right. The only thing that was rented was the jump houses. Everything else was purchased. And everything else is still there. We got containers with all of that stuff still there. The jump houses was the only thing rented. That's it.
And then I heard y'all say this earlier in the lab as well, though, how he used the scriptures when it's beneficiary to him, which is true. This is the same man. If y'all go look at the live that he did where it say, men don't cheat, this, that, and third, and I'm going to tell you why. This man recites scriptures to the T when it's beneficiary to him. Then on that same live, he said that, oh, Adam had more than one wife. I don't care what no scripture said. So you mean to tell me, fam, that Adam lived to be a 900 years old and he only had one wife? Get out of here, fam. Who do you think you for? So he discouraged the Bible, talked down on the Bible, and said basically the Bible is not true, and I know more than the Bible and the scripture that I'm telling y'all about Adam is wrong. Listen to what I'm saying. The Bible ain't even speak on that. But he's going to tell you that, get out of here, fam. He's going to try to convince y'all to believe something that the Bible didn't say. That was the first book in the Bible. How did you get Genesis wrong? How did you do that?
Yeah, the dude, a straight manipulator, man. You know what I'm saying? And this
He a master manipulator, though. He ain't. Look, I'm telling you, if people don't know about COINTELPRO, and this is sad because a lot of the people that he went to recruit are the same talking points that he's trying to tear down that you talk about. I'm calling out names. Ethereal, for instance, Young Steel, for instance. These individuals claim to be targeted individuals, and Ringo said, "Oh, gang stalking is false. It's fake." What? How is you saying that and I'm supporting you? And the individual who say that they're going through the most worst thing in life is agreeing with him. They agreeing with him. How could you? So you be a gang stalk and you telling and you agreeing with a guy who say that you're schizophrenic and it's mental illness. If you think that, I'm gonna say, look, one thing for sure. Even if you said something like that, I don't agree with it, and I'm gonna call it out. I would never allow someone to discredit what I'm going through in real life by the United States government and third parties. And I would never sit back and allow someone who I want to be friends with that cool say something like that, because I know me and my family suffering right now on the accords of the government. We're stalked every day. We're harassed. All of our electronics get hacked. I'm talking about we got smart TVs in the house right now. All of them hacked. Laptops hacked. So many phones got hacked. I'm talking about we getting followed with the one hit. This is not, I could document it. I could go out the house right now and tell y'all what I'm going to see before I go out the house and sit on live stream for 15 minutes with my camera on. Y'all going to see everything that I predicted before I come out the house. How could you explain that? I got videos on my channel actually of me doing that. How could you explain? So basically, if it's fake, then that means that I'm psychic.
That's right. And you know what? Hey, the man is a grifter. He knows that stuff is real. I'm talking about when we sat in this man's midst in person, he was talking about being gang stalked. Hey, bro, you know, these people in my community, they watching, demons be jumping in people, you know what I'm saying? They got me as a targeted individual out here. I got to get out this community. I got to do X, Y, and Z because these people be doing this. I'm going to move in the middle of the night because they always watching and yada, yada, yada. But then when you have a falling out, they're gang stalking. So this is a person right here who would denounce anything connected to a person when he have a personal gripe with that person. So that's the pattern that he showed. It's like he can't even decipher right from wrong, man. It's crazy.
Want me tell you how I know that you're telling the truth about that? Because I watched one of his lives since y'all been falling out, and he even in one of his lives, anybody could fact check me because he ain't removing no content. Ringo let y'all know that, oh, I'm doing this for content. It's content, fam. So I'm making content. He literally said that the neighbors have his kids coming out to fuck with him in a sense. Excuse my language. I ain't mean to even drop that. But that's part of gang stalking. That's what they do. They use their kids to come and harass you, to come and ask you questions, to do this little weird stuff that no kid, and you would be looking like, where's your parents at? Why is you coming to do this? Because they sent you. When he said that, and it's a few things he said that's directly related to gang stalking and the tactics that they use. And then he's trying to say that it don't real. So you mean to tell me that you proclaim to be going through this Nazi program and you're going to tell me that it's not real? But what's more sad is the people who's jumping the board. But like I said, it's the art of war, because the enemy of my enemy is a friend. So if you're the big dog in the kennel right now, then of course it's going to be enough. Lions, every animals fight for that. Animals, and when it comes to apes, when it comes to lions, when it comes to hyenas, it's always alpha in the group. That's the same thing with society. Somebody is gonna always gun for the throne, gun for the crown. And I told you this though, bro. Just be careful about the people you put on. You gotta look for these type of discrepancies and these inconsistencies when these people speak or try to pander this certain type of characteristic on you to make you believe that they are who they say they are, because nothing, even if me and you was to fall out today or tomorrow, I'm never going to get on YouTube and say that, yeah, gang stalking is fake, fam. Let me
Right,
tell you how Chosen Ones is fake, fam.
right,
What?
right. That's
I
real.
feel like a sucker. I probably wouldn't even be able to sleep at night. That's just me personally, though. So how the
Yeah,
next person operate and move, I can't. All I could look at is say, "Dang, bro, like I wouldn't even know how I feel to be that type of sucker. I'm too real to be that type of sucker, bro. Like it would eat me up. It
right.
would
Nah,
eat me
that's
up.
real talk. That's real talk, fam. Nah, you and I believe you because I seen how you move in different situations, and you're gonna keep it a buck. So
Will
that's
you
real.
see that, bro? Since I've been on YouTube, bro, I'm not, can't nobody get me. My mama can't make me do something I want to. So you mean tell me you think that somebody else who is not my mother could make me do something that I don't want to do? You got it effed up. I take the grave. There's no other grave. I'm raising my hand. The grave. Before I compromise my own integrity or my own moral turpitude or moral compass, I would never. I
That's
wouldn't be
right.
able to sleep at night, bro. I
Hey,
wouldn't be able to.
if you don't mind broken mixes, I'm gonna bring some other people in the panel.
Hmm.
You can stay in, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
I'm
But
gonna
I'm
stay in. I'm gonna ride the back line. I'm gonna interject when I see
okay.
needed.
Okay, cool. I want a couple people in. All right, cool.
Right.
Hey, Gerald, what's going on with you, boss?
What's up, Bree? How you been, man?
Man, I'm cool and can't complain. How's it
That's,
going?
it's been going good. It's been a few years since we talked, man. It's good to talk to you again.
Man,
I
you
can't
too, bro.
hear him.
Can you hear me?
Why I can't hear him? No, I can't hear Gerald.
Yeah, I don't know why I can hear him. What
All
you?
right,
What you?
I'm gonna put it up on my other phone. I got y'all.
All right, cool. So what you want to add in, Gerald? You could talk regarding the situation, or even regarding the content with the semen retention. If you want to add in on that, you know what I'm saying. I
Okay.
know if whatever you had.
Okay, that's cool. So I'm gonna add on to both. Matter of fact.
Cool.
So I'm gonna speak on the situation with Ringo. So okay, it was months ago where he dropped the video, right? As far as you know, he was talking about before he even moved down here to North Carolina. I remember he was riding with his family. He was talking about as far as like what women get with certain guys, right? And they
Hmm.
get with the the 2/3 men. But honestly, it's like he kind of set himself up in a way, talking about as far as with having his daughters in the back.
Right.
And I remember that he said that what was it? What was it that he said? So basically, he was talking about as far as like he felt like he was being punished by the Most High because he said something that his daughter actually agreed with his eldest daughter because she laughed at the point that he was making, as far as like they like to get with certain guys. And ain't no telling as far as what their future is, but it's like just in general
Wait,
because she
wait,
agreed.
hold on, whoa, wait, whoa,
Hmm.
hold on, man. I know one thing. You're an observant brother. I that's what I want to say,
Uh huh.
and that's interesting. That's just I'm gonna leave that at that. But could you kind of repeat what you said, just so
Yeah,
people can kind of understand, in case that went over people's head?
definitely. So basically, what I was saying is that since when he dropped that video, hold on, I'm gonna go to the other room. That was my son. Okay, so yeah, basically what I was saying was that she laughed at the point that he was making, as far as getting with certain guys, right?
What kind of guys was it? Pookies and Ray Rays?
Yeah, basically Pookies and Ray Rays.
So let me
And
get this
Ringo
right.
said it.
He was in the car, and
Mm-hmm.
you saying his daughters was in the back because you might have to supply that footage because you know what I'm saying we all about the facts and all of that. In case you got it at any given time, you just be able to have that on file. But
Oh
what you
yeah,
so basically what you saying is his daughters were in the back laughing at the point as if they were in confirmation.
exactly. I
That
sent it to you on your Instagram.
I got to
I
check.
just made a new Instagram recently because I haven't been on Instagram in some years. So you can be able to check it out whenever you find it.
Right.
I screen recorded and everything just to make sure, and I back up everything that I'm saying to you. But yeah, it was just basically just him just stating that a lot of women do like to get with Pookies and Rare, which is true, and that she laughed about the point that he was making as far as him stating that, which is true because they do, and in a way he felt as if he was being punished because they were laughing. And, of course, him having all daughters. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, why is he getting mad at you when you were at your breaking point with him and you made the same statement, but he said
Him
that
being all
about
that.
himself a long time ago?
I want to bring a scripture too, but I'm gonna let you continue.
Definitely.
There's a scripture I want to read just to kill that whole thing about the telling a man he's not gonna have sons and all of that, how they're acting as if that's the unpardonable sin or whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring up an actual scripture so people can know what it really is.
Definitely.
Hold on, let me bring it up here. And I believe it's Psalms 59. Hold on. One moment. I might have to pull it up on because I remember I had it screenshotted. My bad, I'm taking so long here, but I gotta gather this real quick. All right. All right. So the scripture I wanted to go to was Psalms 109, verse 9. It says, "Let his children be fatherless, and a wife a widow. Let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them
Mm.
seek their bread and also of their desolate places. Let the extortioner catch all that he have, and let the stranger spoil his labor. Let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any favor to his fatherless children." Now, verse 13 is what matters.
Mhm.
Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. That means let his prostate not produce boys, because we know the bloodline comes through the father, through the male.
Exactly.
Preach.
So,
Facts.
so when he's sitting there talking about he cursed me saying I won't have children, he's an Edomite. So I guess you saying our King David was an Edomite too, because he cursed his enemies. He said, "Let them not have sons."
Preach.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want men like you roaming the planet. And listen, when it's righteous anger involved and vehement exhortation coming from a man of the Most High, that's going to come true. So they know that
Exactly.
our word and our prayers have power. And he did
Yep.
Hey,
that
look.
he did that to himself though. But let's
Let
go.
me interject this though. What's so weird about that is I'm not big as he is or y'all are when it comes to the Bible, but even God called for war. He done burnt down cities,
Yep.
kids, like everything. How could you sit up there?
Yep.
Preach, New Breed. Preach.
That's right. But
That's
they
crazy.
always want to scream peace and play victim after they start something. That's a fact. They always like
Exactly.
to do that. But they got, you know what I'm saying? They got the wrong people, man. And I'm talking about all of the most highest people who really on a purpose and trying to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? When people try to take advantage and be vipers and be devils and think they got the upper hand and take your kindness for weakness and all that, they have no idea what they even dealing with, man. The most high don't
Exactly.
play that. He a god of war. Look, we supposed to be men of war. War. I don't know what Bible they reading from, but they want us to be emasculated and soft and not speak up and not forget all that. We're
See,
gonna be men.
the problem with that is that they're reading from possibly the wrong translations. They're not going to the book of concordance to understand the definitions of any word that they read. So they get confused and they interpret it in their own way.
Right.
And
Correct.
with that, it's like you never know who's really watching you. And I'm like, for me to have find that out, I think that was before even when you guys had fallen out. And I was like, whoa, he's getting mad at you for saying that. But earlier, 3 months ago, he said the same thing about himself. So I was
Wow.
like, which side of the fence are you,
Hey,
you
Devin,
know?
you said you sent me that on IG. Hold on. I'm about to what's
Mm-hmm.
your IG tag? Let me see if I can play that.
Yep, my Instagram is J Nichols Official.
Because sometimes I don't be getting all my messages.
I think I sent it. I think it's probably from last week or so.
J Nichols official.
I think I just sent you the message, but I don't think I was able to send the video because I know it. I think it said something as far as trying to get an invitation.
Oh, okay. See,
So that's probably what it was.
let me go on request.
But
Yeah,
I can be able to send you that.
so he's saying himself that he, man. Wow, I see your profile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I accepted the request.
Yep, and that's when I sent out the message. Just was trying to let you know as far as like what he was saying, because I know.
I don't have that message though, but I do see your request, and I got
Okay.
it. There ain't no messages though.
Okay. I can be able to send you the video because I did screen record just to make sure.
Oh yeah, that's definitely I'm gonna need that.
Okay. Will it be easier if I can send it to you on Instagram or through your
Instagram,
email?
because I can play it right now. We live, and so you know what I'm saying. We can see the hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying.
I got you. Let me see.
For the person
Cooking.
in the chat,
296 watching, 293 likes. Cooking.
That's right. Everybody watching, that's what's up. Everybody who watching, liking. Hey, Daisy Love, you got to turn your device on. You're not connected. I see you in the background. Yeah, but you know, y'all feel free to join the link. We'll let a couple more guests in if y'all want to join, and y'all can really chime in because you know I know a lot of people in the community as a whole been kind of like hurt by everything going on, seeing the division. Listen, the Messiah said, "Think not, I come to bring peace on earth, but I come to bring a sword." You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there gotta be a divide so you can see who is who, wheat and the tear, man. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get too sensitive over it, y'all, and see what's really happening.
Facts. The spiritual battle is tough. It's never going to be easy.
100. That's real talk. Yeah. So, man, anybody, man, see this one person in this background. I keep blocking and banning him. I don't know how he making profiles that quick.
He already got him on standby, but let him up. Let him talk his words. As soon as he get weird, cut him off in the sentence and block him. Cut him off mid sentence and block him. We are let him. Let's not be like him, like Ringo. Anytime somebody pop in the chat, long as don't say nothing disrespectful or no weirdo type stuff, bro. Let them state their piece because this ain't a dictatorship.
Yeah,
This
that's
ain't no dictatorship.
you
You
know,
can say well, you can't
you know
hurt no
who
feelings, bro.
you know who it was, Broken Matrix. What's that dude? That Goshen dude, Goten dude? It was that dude.
Oh, that Goten Huggins. Yeah, block him.
Yeah.
Yeah, block him. block, block that person. They got the WNBA basketball player as their profile pic. Block them.
Yeah, they be tweaking, bro. They be making like 10 profiles too.
But all I'm saying though is be fair in y'all judgment. If y'all are people of the book, I need people. This is why people. This is why you got Gnostic and atheists out there, people who question the Bible, because the same people who preach it and manipulate it and weaponize it don't obtain by the laws of the book, bro. And that's the grapple that I be having with it because I'm a certain individual where it was instilled in me. I know right from wrong. I know if I go out here and if I say for instance, we could give any scenario, if I work for a job, even though I got my own business, right? If I work for a job and I tell my homeboy who's gonna show up work before me to clock me in, I'm still an hour, still in money. I know that I'm wrong. If I go and harm somebody, snatch a purse, I'm gonna feel morally wrong about doing that. But a lot of these people who do this type of things and get on here, it's COINTELPRO and they're sociopaths. It's solely about psychological warfare, psyops. That's what it's solely about. If we see that in the state of the world right now. What's going on right now in the world is exactly it translates into social media because the internet is going to forever be here. We all know that when the internet first got founded and it hit like mainstream, all the way back to MySpace, psyops been being run. We know that all the search engines, the information that we is liable to be compromised because the people who's doing it specialize in this type of propaganda or whatever or whatnot. We literally have to use discernment when it comes into everything that we do, everything that we soak in, every person that we view, like test them. Judge a what my homeboy used to say, judge a person by the fruit that they bear.
That's right.
This is facts.
That's real talk, man. And I hope that's the takeaway from all of this. Even when you watch that content over there, y'all, what we were just covering with semen retention and all that, y'all got to ask yourself, was that a good message that he was preaching, or was that some evil, just filthy, giving you room to sin, demonic type of message? You really got to ask yourself what you listening to. Really test the spirits of these people, man. And that's really what
You
you, yeah,
you gotta practice that because there's so many witches and warlocks. You mean to tell me you just want to spread everywhere? You don't
right.
want to get to know you. You mean to tell me that you're the most valuable thing that the Heavenly Father gave us is the power to reproduce. That's even when it comes to the male sperm, the female sperm, or eggs or whatever or whatnot. You mean to tell me that you're willing to compromise that over someone who say do not practice it? What? Even if I got multiple wives, they done been vetted, they done been tested, they done did this. But this person telling you that even if my wife is pregnant, I'm gonna go and get this from the next person. It could be a co-worker from work, and she look good, fam, and she got a wagon on her. I'm gonna get some head, fam.
Yo,
This is what he said.
I seen when you covered that, bro. Hey,
What?
that was an extreme exposure video that you, bro. Yeah, the
I
stuff,
even called my mama. I called my baby mothers and everything. My
yo,
mother,
right.
God fearing women, said, "Tell Ringo TV to kiss my ass."
Hey, yo,
Stop that.
and you know the stuff he was saying that have nothing to do with no polygyny. And you know, and I say this all the time. I'm pro polygyny. I'm pro life. You know what I'm saying? Brother going, you know, a man can have more than one woman or whatever the case is, but it has to be done in order, total transparency. And it's about building the nation. It's about building. Y'all got to be working together, doing something, looking out
But
for
the
each
Bible even said this, though. The Bible even said this. Anybody can pull up scriptures on this, and I'm not one who follow any book, no text, no nothing. I just know right from wrong. The Bible even said that when it's war, that they had to procreate, they take the women. So
other.
you know, back in the day when it was war, what they did when their population was decreasing, they would take the women. God said it was cool for y'all to take them women and procreate so y'all could build soldiers for war, this, that, and the third.
Right, right.
Go look it up.
But look, this is what I want to say though. Polygyny, a man having more than one wife, and what he was saying in that video is totally different. What he was talking
Mhm.
about, if I want to go to work and get some head so I can come back home and be happy, then my wife should be happy I was getting head at work. Like, what are you talking about?
What? That's not polygamy.
That's
Your
the
wife
point.
don't even know about it. That's cheating. You
Right.
did something behind your wife's back without you being man enough to tell her that, yeah, we bring her, she gonna be a. The Bible even spoke about concubines. She's
That
not even a concubine.
right.
She
She
a
just
straggler. She a
and
Jezebel.
And this what this dude was talking to me about in person, bro. Talking about, yeah, you know, the fellas was lined up. Everybody at the job was lined up, going behind the building, getting head from this one and that one. He wasn't talking about wifing no women up. He was talking like a whoremonger, bro, in
Yep.
person. When
That's
we was,
that Jezebel. The
yeah,
Jezebel who was riding the dragon.
yeah, that spirit came out of him. He was like, yeah, you know, we had a girl at the job that do this and do that. He wasn't talking like I was trying to wife these women up, fam. And you know, when I was at the job, you know, I was trying to take these women as wives, and this went wrong and that went wrong. Nah, man, the man was talking like, yo, I go to work, get some head here, deal with this chick here. That's not polygyny, bro. This man's a
That's definitely
whoremonger,
not.
bro.
That's definitely not. That's
Straight up.
fact. Anybody who got a mind of their own could see that that's not. Go look it up. Go research. Go do with this polygamy thing. Go do all that. Go do whatever you have to do. You would see at the end of his conversation, it don't total up to what he's talking about.
It don't.
It
It
don't.
don't. It don't. But man, yo, man, we really cooking tonight, man. And we had to do this, man. We had to put together something for y'all, the people, so y'all can see the real and the fake, man, and what's going on with these. I don't know what these guys are, man. Claiming
Ringo don't want no smoke. I promise you. If he do a review to this, he gonna play it off of his phone so people won't see my particular YouTube tag. So they won't know who I am. He's not gonna show y'all or do it from a laptop and show y'all mirror the screen so y'all can see Broken Matrix said this. He ain't gonna do that. He gonna play it from a phone and cut out parts that I'm saying that make perfect sense. Ringo, it makes perfect sense what I'm saying. So it brings me back to this. So you would rather befriend a person who you convinced us that was trying to set you up and take you away from your family versus a man who you said that, yeah, the Most High is gonna bless him because he did it out the cat of his heart. So you want us to now you want us to agree with the nigga who was trying to set you up versus the guy who went out his own way to make sure you were straight. Oh,
It's wild, man. Hey, Gerald, you got that footage? Yeah, I see. He sent the video. Let's play that footage.
Yep.
action.
Y'all ladies gonna get mad at me, but it's the truth. Y'all love thugs, man. At the end of the day, y'all don't want a decent brother. Come on now. Decent brother, a working brother that takes care of his family and responsible, pay the bills. Y'all don't want that. Of course, he's boring, remember? You want a guy that just murdered somebody. Honey, here, hold the gun. Where you get the gun from? You bodied somebody. You bodied somebody? Yeah, he's dead. Shot him in the head. The bag. The work. Oh my goodness. Wow. And then she on the phone with her girls talking about, yeah, my man just killed somebody. I got me a real man. This is what you see how you see what's going on, right? I'm laughing. You see what I got to deal with.
Wow.
99.9.
You're wow. Yo, man, that's wild. The daughter's laughing in the back. He said, see what I got to deal with. Meaning he's saying,
Bro,
wow.
Even Moses had to kill a man.
Right.
Even Moses had to kill a man.
Wow.
This is in your book that you're trying to manipulate and pander to your audience. So the audience that you're following or the audience that's following you mean to tell me that Moses, even Paul was Saul or Saul was Paul, you know that I'm a little excuse me, perching when it comes to that. But Moses had to kill a man.
That's right.
We know what Moses went on to do after that. So you mean to tell me the same book that you're acting like that you want to use to your beneficiary is the same book you condemning when it comes to the acts that you're committing? How do that work?
Right.
Not saying that Ringo killed somebody, but bro, we all know that Moses had to kill somebody. He went on to part the Red Sea. God favored Moses.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you say that, bro? Why would you? You preach from the Bible. You recite scriptures. Yo, anybody in the chat, fam, type the scripture that verifies what I'm saying, and there's a scripture to debunk what you're trying to manipulate. What? That's your argument? That's your argument, bro.
Right.
You light work, bro. To me, you're light work. The only reason that the audience would be turned on to me because the way I talk, because I cuss like a sailor, bro. But if you want to get technical and go off biblical terms, Moses had to kill someone, bro. What are you talking about? He's like, oh, you want to go with somebody who just killed a man? Moses did too. Right. God forgave him and gave him the most perfect. He gave him the ability to pardon a whole sea.
Right, but see,
but okay.
What I think that video pointed out as well. I don't know. I should actually share the video, but I don't want to. Nah, I don't want the kid's face on there and all of that. I ain't gonna do that. But I could describe what happened. He riding in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and he's basically saying that women like thugs. You know what I'm saying? Women like guys that do X, Y, and Z. And one of his daughters, which is his oldest daughter, she begins to laugh and smile. He points and say, "See what I got to deal with," meaning even his daughters are into, or saying that even they want that. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what the video is trying to say. But this is the thing: if you doing things righteously, you leading, your daughter's gonna want the same type of man that you are. That's the point. If you're a good brother, if you're doing what it is you're supposed to do, not all the time. But 10 times, most of the time, your daughter gonna want to deal with a man that's like yourself. And then listen, and it's crazy how we put these titles on brothers because just because you may be masculine, rough around the edges, can defend yourself, you know what I'm saying, you put in that work. If somebody crossed the line, that don't really make you a thug either. Maybe she just want a man who can hold his own, who can get
A
busy.
protector.
A protector. That part.
A protector, bro.
That part.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. But man, hey, brothers, man, I got some time restraints, man. But you know, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna, you know, anytime these fools get to doing too much, we're gonna go ahead and pack them up, put them right back in their place, and then, you know, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Still make our content as usual, do what it is we do. I want to let it be known. I appreciate y'all brothers for joining the panel. And it's
Anytime.
coming, no doubt.
Already, before we get off, he
Yes,
said, "Pack him up, and let TSA deal with him." How about that?
100.
Already, Brody. Though, anytime, bro. You already know which side I stand on. I'm for good. I'm for righteous, bro. I'm for all that. But that negative, that demonic, that manipulation, bro. We gonna call that out. We gonna pull that out. No, sir. Already, though, I respect you for bringing us on to open up the panel, though, bro. 100.
No
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
100. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.
You too.
Already, brother.